To avoid fainting, keep repeating.
I said, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
We have such sights to show you.
His fist closed around the serpent's eye. Strange and eternal.
I need you to get me that girl I saw. Do you know what to do?
Hey.
What's up, prick?
What's up?
Oh, just chilling, killing
Yeah.
like a villain.
Oh shit, you got bars too? Shit. He podcast and got bars.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Welcome back to another episode of Double.
It's Creature.
I'm one of your hosts, Dakota. Joined with me as always,
Karina.
Yeah. Shiznit balls, dude.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, what was it saying?
Awesome sauce.
the
Amaze Balls. Amaze Balls.
Awesome sauce is stored in the Amaze balls.
Yeah.
I think I stole that from definitely someone on the internet. I didn't make it up.
Damn, I thought you were funny.
Steely Dan. I don't know his real name, but that's his Facebook name. Read that from him first. Anyhow.
What do we got today?
Shit. We're starting off today's pod with a movie called Mandy.
Yo, a wild one.
All right, hold on. I hope we get pulled off of like every service for doing this. All right. You keep singing Brandy.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
and I love that because that makes sense. Now there's a Barry Manilow song. Barry Manilow song called Mandy.
Okay.
Let's hear it. I made you play it, not make you, but I suggested that we play it when we were watching the movie. Hold on. Song is so cool. All right, here, I think that's right.
Oh, I know this song. It's it's in The Simpsons. Homer sings it because he falls in love with some chick at work named Mandy.
Of course, there's a reference to The Simpsons right off the bat.
He's like, "Oh, I know this song."
Yeah, it's it's a ballad, and whatever. But that's what I wanted to be thinking of. But I kept saying Mandy.
Yeah.
Which is fine too. Karina, what the freaking heck is this movie even about, though?
It's very fucking cult hippie weirdo psychos. It's a little Manson family-ish for sure.
Yes. Yeah, I think you summed it up. We got hippies, we got psychos, we have drugs. And at the center of it all, we have Mandy, who is Nick Cage's
Wife,
lover, girlfriend,
life partner. They seem very in love with each other.
Yeah.
They have a very like timeless, romantic connection with each other. It's very like you when you're watching them, you're like, damn, that sounds nice. You know what I'm saying? That looks nice.
I know the first act of the movie, because it's kind of they really like show you like, all right, part 1, part 2, part 3, and in that first act, before any of the badness starts happening, it's just I could have gone for 90 minutes of just that first act, honestly.
Yeah, just about two people having a wholesome, beautiful time together in their house in the woods or the country or whatever the fuck it is at.
Like when they're talking about their favorite planet and like first of all, here's another thing. This movie is super visually appealing, and it's sort of like an art film in a lot of ways. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's just like a gory horror film. But definitely that first act and parts of the third act. Well, each part has like these like big like psychedelic moments, right? Where like the lighting is only it's not for the scene. The lighting is like for us as viewers to convey emotion between the characters talking. So the story I was going to say is there's a scene where Nick Cage, who his character's name is Red, I believe, right?
I don't remember.
Red Miller and Mandy Bloom. Red and Mandy are laying down and they're talking about, what's your favorite planet? And the lights are just like these reds and purples kind of coming and going in cascades. And like, it just adds this super fun element to an otherwise like, nice scene for sure. But you're like, ooh, like there's something like
kind of like
extra
the lights going
here.
on behind me that I just noticed right now.
Literally very similar to that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, is that happening right now?
That's IRL. Yeah. Oh yeah. And if you're viewing the live stream right now, like you can kind of see like the color palette of the poster in the
lots of pinks and purples
in the background
blues.
there. Yeah. Purples, pinks, blues, reds. It's all this like kind of just trippy cotton candy, but not like neon. It's not like hyper stylized. Everything's very soft and like it feels like if it wasn't shot on film, it feels like it was shot on film.
It feels like the color of like 80s horror movies when like the title screen shows up and it has like that glowy effect to it.
Yes,
that's what it looks like. That's what all these like random color lights coming through always look like. So it's like a very. Like it doesn't really tell you what time period they're in. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't think it's supposed to be like any specific time. Like it feels like it's like the early 80s, late 70s.
Technically it's set in 1983 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying because it could feel just as easily like 70s, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, because of like 1983. Because of the oh my God, I totally lost it. The Manson family, the fact that it feels very tightly connected to like the Manson family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 60s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does have a timeless feeling, regardless of what the credits or whatever say. You know? So we mentioned these like hippie types, right? How are they playing into all of this, into this lovely little romance?
It's like they're like nearby in their own little like stupid little commune that they are living at, and there's like the main guy who's like the main psycho like narcissistic piece of shit. He's like the Charlie Manson basically.
Yes, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah was a bitch frog.
Nailed it, roasted.
Then there's some old lady bitch who's like on his dick.
That Mother Marlene.
Yeah, and then there's like a little younger woman who's just kind of like there, like she looks like she was like probably like brainwashed into being into the cult. Well, everybody gets brainwashed to be.
Yeah, I mean they're either like the more of them we meet, the more we are like, oh, they're probably screwed up. Sister Lucy is that young girl that we're talking about, and yeah, I couldn't really get a read on her. She gets kind of spoiler alert, like we'll get into why this happens, but she ultimately is spared. She lives, but isn't like an important character. We just sort of forget about her.
Then there's like the mouth breather. There's like two guys that kind of look alike. They're like weird blonde weirdos, and they like one of them is always like as his face all like, and then there's like one who's like just breathing and not saying shit.
Hold on, let me see if I can show the this guy.
Yeah, I guess he just looks
I need
like
to
that.
fix that. I'm gonna go back to that later. Anyway, yeah, he's just like, I hated this guy. I fucking hated this guy.
Breathe through your damn nose is what I was trying to say the whole time. Hate it.
Brother Hanker. Brother Hanker does provide this like kind of fun comedic relief, I suppose. There's this scene where him and one of the other guys, Brother Swan, who's like the oldest, like he feels like the second in command, right?
Yeah.
Brother Swan and Brother Hanker are like hanging out in a car waiting for some people, and I feel like we should get into this soon, but waiting for some people, and he just like Hanker, the weird one, just keeps like rolling the window down and then back up and then down and then back up and down and back up, and it was like, I don't know, it was fun. It's a little little fun element before all the mayhem starts happening. Which mayhem, right? This movie has tons of it.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So basically, I think they're like driving down the road and they see Mandy just like kicking it, like she's just walking. Mm-hmm. And then basically Jeremiah, who's a psycho, he's like, "Oh, I like how she looks, so I'm gonna convince my whole cult to go and like force her to hang out with us like permanently." Yeah. So they end up kidnapping her and like drugging her.
Yeah, they drug her in a few different ways, which I thought was awesome. Some sort of acid, and then also a giant bee sting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They like take a big ass bee that's like 3 inches big.
Yeah.
And they just like take tongs and like make it sting her throat. Who are those real?
I don't think any part of that. I mean, I know there's like poison dart frogs, like poisonous frogs.
Yeah.
That can supposedly also get you high, potentially. You know, you've heard of like licking toads.
Yeah,
all
Homer
that.
did that on an episode of this.
Yeah, bet he did. bet he did. That's good. I like Homer. So it's almost like that show comments on things in real life.
Oh.
Wow, it's like social commentary.
Holy shit.
Fuck. Yeah, but I don't know. And maybe there was a certain like hornet or wasp or whatever.
It was one of those murder hornets that nobody cared about because the world was already horrible.
Yeah, we heard the word murder hornet for like a day, and then like
we were like,
and then
like,
yeah.
Like, fuck off. Like, we don't really give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
We got worse problems than a fucking murder hornet.
We do. We really do.
Like, you don't got raid, bro. Like, it'll be fine.
It's all gonna be fine.
So she gets all fucked up. So she's all, like, crazy. So then Jeremiah's like, oh, yeah, in front of all my fucking followers, I'm just gonna get butt-ass naked. And
well, I mean, yes, but also he there's, like, this 10-minute speech about basically how awesome he is and how great his following is, and it's portrayed in a really cool way. This goes back to that like lighting and like cinematography that's really for the viewer, that isn't like necessarily pushing. It's not for like the story itself, it's more for like the vibe and the feel, right? Where at first you have cuts from Mandy back to Mandy, Jeremiah, and then you just have this like one shot like straight up onto Jeremiah's face, and he talks for like 4 or 5 minutes straight, and as the light's moving, it's like all red and weird, and then like it starts morphing with Mandy's face, and I think it's a way to like also show that Mandy's high as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, I the first time I saw that, I was like, am I seeing this right? Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, I was like a little confused too because I was watching it on the laptop and I was like, is this supposed to happen? Like, but then I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a... You had to watch it on a fucking computer screen.
Yeah.
Go back. This movie... Wait, go back. This movie is seriously worth watching on the biggest screen you got.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch it when I have time.
Mm-hmm.
When I install my TV. It's not that big, but...
You'll get it. You got this.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know, that scene was great. But then, yes, like you said, then he's like, all right, speech is done. Take my robe off and look at my cock.
And then they show his dick and it's horrible to look at. And she just starts like laughing, like cackling. And he gets like, he's like, oh no, this is just like the dream I had type of shit. Like he was all fucked up about it, you know, like. So what did he do? Did he hit her? I can't remember.
So she starts laughing, and then he's like, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" And then he like looks at all the people. He's like, "Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!" And he like goes to a mirror and he's like, "Tell me what to do! Tell me what to do!
yeah.
Tell me what to do! What's in the box?"
Yeah.
And he just has this like huge like existential like, this crisis because he is very much in charge, the master of his domain, this Jeremiah character, and it just sends him over the edge. Now, I just realized, I know we don't need to tell the entire story, but we have like 15 more minutes to talk about this movie. We kind of skipped over how Mandy got to this, how Mandy got in this situation. Like, I know, like, all right, what I'm talking about is we have to talk about how you what you kept calling the Cenobites.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Right. So, okay, after Jeremiah sees Mandy for the first time walking down the street, Brother Swan, who played by Ed Dennehy, it goes with like a couple other the cronies and like plays this like pumice stone ocarina, which then summons these like 3 jacked up, fucked up biker dudes who are like all in black with like studs, and they look like ex-members of Slipknot. They're crazy. And you don't even really get a good look at them. You just know that like these guys are like fucked up and tough, and they like
Yeah, they're definitely like demonic or some shit.
yeah. And they are the ones who like subdue and kind of put into control Nic Cage's character Red and Andrea Riseboro's character Mandy. I have to say that because the rest of the movie is like has them involved with it, and if we're talking about other stuff, we might confuse people.
Oh yeah, true. No, like for some reason that like totally slipped my mind. Oh yeah, like the most craziest shit that's in the movie. I think just so much shit happened in this movie that I'm just like
every scene, right?
Yeah.
Every scene is like so bananas bonkers. Like no, because I've seen that was like the second or third time I've seen Mandy watching it with you this week. I'm like pretty now 100% confident that those Cenobite biker dudes are real people.
yeah.
The first few times I saw them, I thought they were like demons or something, right?
Oh, you think they're real people?
I think they're real people
Then why are they so fucked up?
because of that bad acid goo.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like this like side character, right? The chemist, who we don't meet until way later in the movie. But he made this like, I think he like works in between both like the Cenobites, as we'll call them, and the like the Manson family types, selling them both drugs, I think, or some shit.
Yeah.
And he makes this like goo that just sends them over the edge and turns them into animals.
Into goopy monsties.
The goop monsters. Oh no.
The goop.
Yeah. Oh, they have names too.
Oh, what are their names?
Scratch, Scabs, and Fuck Pig.
Fuck pig?
Yeah. Fuck
Are
Pig.
these members of Guar or something?
I mean, they also look like that. They don't even have. I just clicked on their IMDb's. They don't even have like photos. They're just scary. They're probably actual real life scary dudes.
Wanted 3 big scary dudes for Nic Cage movie.
Oh my god. And dude, speaking of Cage, right? Like,
Yeah.
poor guy's locked up or chained up, in the back the whole time.
Yeah. Basically, he has to see the demise of Mandy. I don't think we'll tell you what happens to her exactly because it's like pretty intense. You
But-
should probably check it out for yourself.
The good things don't happen to Mandy, which kind of spark the back half of the film, right?
Yeah.
Mandy.
Oh, Mandy, you got captured by bad guys.
And you
got stung by a bee, oh Mandy. Now you're fucked up and laughing at my dick. So I'm gonna kill you today.
Oh, Mandy, your boyfriend is Nicolas Cage, and he's gonna avenge you, oh, Mandy. So Nick Cage goes fucking. So okay, Nick Cage is like actually pretty subdued for the beginning half of this movie.
Well, you were saying that like even when he has his freakouts, whoever edited the film made it like polished, so it's not so fucking off the wall.
Like this movie isn't like a meme. Like there are a couple of moments where he's like, shit crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like it still felt human, a little.
Because that's like, you would act fucking crazy if you saw the shit you saw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And just my favorite part, and I remembered it from the second I saw the first time I saw this, or rather it stuck with me. Like, this wasn't one of those scenes that I'd like go back and be like, oh, yeah. But when Nick Cage, because all of the stuff that happens to Mandy actually takes place at her home. I always thought they like went somewhere, but they're actually... That's why Nick Cage just like walks in from outside with his pants off. Like it happened in their backyard or whatever, like all the crazy shit. But anyway, so Nick Cage goes into his bathroom and just the shot looks so cool.
Yeah.
What do we say? Like very like Kubrickian almost.
Yeah.
And he just has a massive freak out. He's like chugging a bottle of vodka, like, and boy, it's beautiful.
Yeah, when he, because he's supposed to be, like, sober, right?
Oh, is he?
Because, like, he's, like, a lumberjack in the beginning, and he's, like, off work, and him and his, like, chums are, like, on their way back from the site. They, like, try to give him a beer, and he's like, no. And we were making a call back to Ghost Rider, because he, like, denied the beer. He's like, I don't eat jelly beans.
Oh, I'm glad you caught this. So I didn't even realize, and that makes sense because he's drinking the vodka in the bathroom, which is like hidden.
It looked like he had it as like it was hiding.
Yeah.
Like how like people who are supposed to quit drinking like hide liquor in like the bathroom.
Exactly.
Which Homer also did.
That is, I mean.
But I just had to say that.
I think the Homer thing gets to me sometimes because it's like, well, yeah. But he didn't. Whatever. I love The Simpsons. I got no shade.
I literally only mentioned that because I wanted to annoy you.
Fair enough. So, all right. So that's it. Nick Cage is like, Mandy, I love you, and I'm gonna avenge you. and it's off the chain from there on out. So Nick Cage has to deal with 3 or 4 of these Cenobite motherfuckers. He has to deal with like the 4 or 5 Manson family motherfuckers, right? Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of killing to do.
Yeah.
And he's got about, half the movie to do it. And
yeah.
It's fucking
It's awesome.
I don't want to like, because we just set the stage for you, right?
Yeah.
We set the stage.
That sounds like a lot, but that's like nothing compared to like what actually happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any highlights? We actually that worked out perfectly. We have a couple minutes left before we move to our second movie. Was there like one moment where you were like, "Hell yeah, brother, get that mother truck"?
I guess I just don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I will ruin it at least once.
Okay.
Because. Go watch the movie, you dum-dums. It's a 2-hour movie, and we've talked for 30 minutes about it. So, Nick Cage may or may not be a blacksmith, and he may or may not have made a super cool weapon. And at one point, this is the most throwaway kill of the movie as well. So,
all right. I don't know why you're so mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm trying to entertain the audience.
Oh, okay.
So he, that Hanker guy, the mouth breathing motherfucker, right? He takes his awesome weapon, which may or may not be a super cool axe made of pure steel, and he just yeets it. And you just see like the profile of Hankers, like, side, and it goes whoosh, 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 and just doing right.
Makes the fucking boomerang noise too.
I wish. I mean, honestly, if they added it, I wouldn't have been mad.
I would have been like, this is better.
This is good.
This is a good thing.
So yeah, it was a sick kill. Good on him. Would you recommend this film?
I would recommend it hard as fuck. Like, where did we watch it on? Shitter?
It's on Shutter.
Yeah, Shudder. They don't sponsor us yet, so we can say what we want.
Yeah, fuck you, Shutter. We watch most of your movies.
We just wanted a complimentary mug.
A mug.
A
mug.
coaster, or what? A beer koozie.
Somebody tag Shutter in one of our posts and say mug, please. If you tag at Double Screecher on Instagram and at Shutter on Instagram, hashtag mug, please.
Mug, please.
It might be the start of a beautiful relationship.
Beautiful relationship.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. We already pay for the subscription.
Yeah.
We're not asking for much here, but we're on your service, and we're talking about your service every week.
Twice. Today. Because you don't... Well, they probably read the thing, but our second movie.
Our second movie may or may not also be on the shitter.
And it may or also may not have Nick Cage in it.
It is the title of the video. And the podcast when you're listening on the pod. But okay, so you would recommend this movie. I, too, would recommend this. I mentioned it to you when we were watching it together. I saw this on a whim. I think our buddy Gabe said, "Hey, you want to go see Mandy? It's this Nick Cage movie. I'm going to the Music Box." And I was like, I've never been to the Music Box. And I love Nick Cage.
Hell yeah.
So I went, and if you live in Chicago or the, Chicagoland area, go check out a showing at the Music Box whenever.
You can do that again.
Some movie theaters are opening back up.
I know
just
Logan
found out.
is open now.
Logan and dude, it's kind of fucked up. Huh. I feel like movie theaters opened back up because Tenet came out. Christopher Nolan's like, you gotta go see my movie in theaters.
What movie?
Tenet.
Oh, I haven't even
heard of it. Bruh. This movie's been talked about for like a year now. Go check it out. It looks pretty cool. It's like time reversal. Not even time travel. It's
time reversal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a sidebar about movie theaters opening back up. But when I saw this film for the first time, I didn't know what to expect. And if you've listened to this and haven't already seen it, I suppose you kind of know what to expect. But trust me, seeing it for the first time is a really special experience. It was for me anyway. And I know I'm getting kind of serious about it. Like, was it the best movie? Probably not. But like, it was so out of left field especially for Nick Cage, and just everything. And we'll kind of get into more of like the behind the scenes stuff, I think, once we start talking about our next movie, because there's some overlap there. But anyway,
yeah.
If you have Shudder, go watch this movie,
or just like rent it on Amazon.
Yeah, I think you could probably rent this movie for $3. You piece of shit. So go rent it.
Yeah.
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 All right, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we might be talking about another movie.
Oh, shit.
Look at this.
All those years in the big city, we finally got out. We're living the dream.
Maybe it is a dream.
And we're back.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
It's lit.
You've hardly touched your Travis Scott. I had the Travis Scott meal.
Did you would? I'm surprised I haven't yet.
I Well, I went to McDonald's because I wanted a drink. And then they were like, would you want the Travis Scott meal? And I said, yeah.
Well, first you ask them, are you racist? And then you ordered it.
What?
You're like, I'm a person of color. Why would you just
How could they
assume
see
that
me?
I want?
What, can they see me?
Where were you? In the drive-thru?
Yeah.
At least when I worked at a Starbucks back in the day, they had a little camera out the people.
Maybe they saw me and I like bumping Travis Scott in my car.
Yeah,
I wasn't listening to Travis Scott.
Sicko mode.
That's all I listened to over and over again.
I only know Sicko Mode, and I couldn't even sing that song to you right now. And that's not a diss on Travis Scott.
I didn't even get the toy.
There's. Oh, you're supposed to get a little man?
Yeah, a little man. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little Travis Scott toy, and he's got like no shirt.
Do you get like a little figurine of Drake sticking his face in Travis Scott's ass?
Yes, they were all sold out of that too.
Oh, fuck.
No, but it was stupid.
It's a bacon quarter pounder, right?
Yeah, and with a pickle in it, and then they throw you a thing of barbecue sauce. They don't even put it on there for you. You have to put your own barbecue sauce on the.
Well, that would be messy if they did it that way.
They put ketchup and shit on it. It's fine. Whatever. It was only $6.
Do you find it strange that like I can't think of another time where McDonald's partnered with any sort of outside entity that wasn't explicitly for the kids' meals?
Yeah, because it's not like obviously it's not a kid's meal, but you still get a toy. Because they don't even put they just throw like what I've seen the pictures of people getting it. They just throw the toy in the bag with the sandwich.
Right, you're not getting a special like a kid box for it.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be kind
a
of sweet.
Sicko Mode box.
Yeah, I wish. Do you see what I'm saying though? There wasn't like you couldn't get like a Toby Keith meal where with like chicken nuggets or whatever. I literally I don't even know Toby Keith. This is the first name I thought of.
Toby Keith. Isn't that a country singer?
Yeah. I almost said Toby Maguire, but like that would have been outdated. It's all bad. Like I just find it very, very
Just
strange.
how you know we're in the end times, because nothing fucking matters anymore. It's just getting more ridiculous, and I'm like here for it. Like fuck it.
Fuck it. At least.
Oh, and the meal is it comes with a Sprite, like automatically. You have to tell them if you don't want a Sprite, you have to not get a Sprite.
Yeah.
But I
course.
went there to get a Sprite specifically, so.
Oh, maybe that's how it sparked it. You were like, "Can I get a Sprite?"
No, I didn't say anything yet. I was just like, "Hello," but the meal comes with a Sprite. Mm-hmm. But they probably heard my voice and they were like, "Oh, that fucking teenager wants the Travis Scott meal."
Mayhaps. Okay. Well, good.
Anyway, Colors Out of Space.
We're talking about Color Out of Space.
Dude. Okay, so this is also a shitter movie, as we were saying. This movie's crazy, and it also has like the same like color scheme as Mandy.
Yes.
This movie is literally about an evil color out of space.
Yes, it is. It is based off a Lovecraft story, HP.
Also called Color Out of Space.
That is correct.
So Nick Cage is the dad, and there's the mommy and the big brother and the sister and the baby brother, and they're like very Mandy-ish a little bit, just like because they're in the middle of nowhere. It looks like these parents like wanted to like
get away from the big city.
Yeah, so they bought like an alpaca farm. And the older brother is like a stoner. He doesn't really care. He's like, ugh. And then the daughter is like a witch girl who likes to ride horses barefoot, and she has a pentagram tattooed on her foot.
So the daughter's Lavinia. The older brother is Benny. And the little brother is Jackie.
Yeah, and Jack is actually the same little boy from Haunting on Hill House from Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at that kid and I was like, bro, did they just rip off the fucking kid from Haunting of Hill House and give him like dumbass glasses. But then I googled it. I'm like, oh, it's actually the same actor.
Dude, am I crazy or hold on? Let me show I'll show the audience here. Am I crazy or is that kid right there, this guy? You know who he reminds me of is maybe the dude from like
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Thank you. I almost said show me the money.
That's Cuba.
But same movie though,
Yeah.
right? Julian Hilliard. Yeah, it's like I feel like there's this kid, like every generation gets one of these kids.
Glasses kid.
Glasses kid, like short, stumpy,
Dummy.
like maybe dumb or maybe the smartest kid you've ever met. You don't really know.
Awkward, weird.
Yeah.
The glasses don't do any favor.
Because they're like those like high magnification
Yeah,
glasses
it's
from
just like-
1960.
That's what he looks like
He just
all the
looks like
time.
a fish, bro. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a little kid, you know.
yeah,
Sweet.
what are you gonna do? Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Fucking bitch. So okay, yeah. So we got this really wholesome family living up, not up, but in a
Like
field,
a forested, it's like a forest. They have like all these acres.
Jack, not Jack. That's the kid. What's Nick? Nathan. The kid is Nick Cage. Nathan's wife Teresa is like a writer or something.
I think she's like, I don't know. She has clients.
She does something where I can't
She
even.
needs to use the internet.
She needs the internet. Yeah, she can do remote work or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So right at the top of the film, a meteorite type situation lands on their farm. Classic setup, right? The meteorite looks weird. It's kind of glowing. I think they said it smells bad.
Yeah.
And
Like death.
like death.
Like
And that same night, which is crazy, it like starts like drawing like lightning to it.
yeah.
And which makes it like disappear, at least to them.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of like being like put inside the ground or something. Like the energy is like spreading itself. Well, this movie really reminds me two things. The one story in the movie Creepshow, the Stephen King one where Stephen King's actually in it, and then he's like a farmer. And a meteor comes down, and Stephen King's like, "Oh, what's this?" And then like he starts like all the shit starts turning green. Like little green grass starts growing everywhere, and then he starts turning green, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he like tries to hide that he's green.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds exactly like this.
Yeah, and then the second half of this movie turns into the fucking Thing. Like
Of this movie. Yeah.
It turns into the Thing. Like I did not expect. Like I didn't know what to expect because it's kind of slow at first. Because I watched half of it yesterday and the second half today because I was tired.
Yeah.
So I watched the first 45 minutes yesterday, and right when I stopped, you know, it's when like one weird thing happened. But like nothing really happens at first. It's like a lot of build up. You're learning the characters. Nick Cage is like, you know, a normal guy.
Yeah.
But as soon as shit starts like hitting the fan and Nick Cage starts going crazy.
And doing the impression of his dad, which is also the impression of Donald Trump.
Yeah, but also I noticed I've never seen Nick Cage redo or do this again after or before. The accent that he had in Vampire's Kiss. 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Talking like this. He starts talking like that too. And then that's why it kind of sounds like Donald Trump.
Right. Maybe he's the original Donald Trump.
But yeah, he goes into Vampire's Kiss Cage towards the end. And it works because, you know, some fucked up shit happens to his whole family. Some really, really, really fucked up shit happens to 2 people in the family. So he's kind of just not with it. So that's like the very good theme between Nick Cage theme, at least between this movie and Mandy, is like, yeah, you get the freak out, and the freak out is warranted, and that's just not out of nowhere for no reason.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And it's this turn to madness, like, because you have like classic Cage freakouts, like how he acts in all of Face Off. And it's like we meet the character and he's already crazy. He was just already crazy. So like
Yeah.
we don't get to see like any sort of transformation. It's just like you turn the movie on and Nick Cage is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Which has its charm in some ways, if you're a fan of Nick Cage. But then you have movies like you're saying, like kind of what we're saying here is in movies like Color Out of Space and Mandy, where we get to see the normal side of Nick Cage. And then something happens to him.
And then he goes crazy.
And he goes cuckoo crazy.
Yeah, the first half of this movie, he might as well be whoever the fuck his name was in National Treasure. Very normal.
His character from
yeah,
National
yeah,
Treasure.
because it's a Disney movie, so he was like, all right, I'll act normal for this Disney check. You know?
Yeah, dude, I saw an interview between him and Kevin Smith. It was on IMDb for something to do with IMDb. And Kevin Smith asks Nick Cage, Nick, you're always so crazy in all your movies. I mean, he didn't say that necessarily, but you're always so big and so you in all of these movies. Have you ever thought or considered about just like trying to do kind of what everyone else does in a movie? And obviously he's like, well, no, I mean, I am who I am. This is what I can do. Like, I wouldn't even know how to be normal. But bringing up National Treasure, and I was thinking about Ghost Rider a little bit. Whenever he does these like hyper big budget movies, a la Ghost Rider, National Treasure, he can be normal.
Yeah.
Like you know when they filmed it, he was probably trying to go crazy. But
Well, he got to do it in Ghost Rider. Yeah, it was fucking skull on flame.
Oh
flame on
yeah, when he like first goes sicko mode. He's lit.
Wow.
But
Damn, these headphones is making my head itchy.
oh yes, they squeeze and they itch.
It's itchy.
And I put itching powder on.
No, you psycho.
Joke's on me. The ones you're wearing are the ones I use more often anyway. So
Itching pout, is that a real thing?
I don't know. I feel like that's like one of those classic prank
That you see in like a
tools.
cartoon? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen them use like itching powder and like Arthur and shit.
Itching powder and like hand zappers.
Yeah, those don't work. It just makes a noise. Like I bought one time at Spencer's.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I like shook somebody's hand and I was really disappointed that they didn't get electrocuted.
Dude, well, you know what does work are those fake gum ones where you squeeze and pull the gum
I've
out.
never tried one of those.
Dude, those straight up electrocute you.
What is it? What are they made out of?
Well, so metal, I assume. Like the gum piece feels sort of like it looks like aluminum foil, but it's like it's harder on the inside. Probably plastic or whatever. But like the outsides must be conductive.
Yeah.
Because you take it and you pull it, and as soon as you pull, you feel it like all up your thumb and on your finger.
gross.
And
You got pranked with the fake gum trick?
yeah.
Didn't you see that the gum looked fake as fuck?
If you kind of like here, I'll hold this pack of cigs. If you kind of like, hold on. This is a very visual thing that I'm about to do. So if you're listening on the pod, I'm sorry. I'm holding a pack of cigs and I'm like holding one cig out. If I kind of like hold it and I'm holding most of the container,
Oh,
you know, like you wouldn't notice. And it's made to look real. Like it's made. Listen, I digress. I was in like middle school.
okay.
Also, what parent is buying shit that electrocutes children?
I don't know. Dude, I got punked. I got punked with the dollar on a string.
Oh no!
And I was old too. I was like 19. And I was
Oh,
like,
that shame on the people doing the prank
bro,
at that
okay.
point.
I was at the mall. I was like on my way to work and I walked past the food court to get to my store and I see $1 on the floor. I'm like, ah, yeah. my lucky day. And then I go to pick it up and it like blows away and I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
And then I see like two like 12-year-old boys like hiding behind a like big plant, like those mall plants they have.
The balls of these kids.
And they were just pointing and laughing at me. And I was like, hey, fuck you. I was like, fuck you.
Oh my God. Dude, all right, can I tell you a story that happened like literally yesterday?
Yes.
So, all right, this guy gets off the bus and he's like wearing a suit, but like also it looks like he's been wearing the suit for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he gets off the bus and I'm in like Garfield Park doing a delivery to Mount Sinai, the hospital. Like it's sketch. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, he gets off the bus and he starts running, like not sprinting, but like a light jog to go somewhere else. I don't know if he had to catch another bus, if he had to shit or whatever. And right as he passes me, I see he dropped something. And
It's a turd.
he did have to shit. Turns out it was a big shit. And there was a high school dance going on.
Yeah.
So, and I look and it looks like money and I go to pick it up and it looks like a $5 bill. But like as I grab it, I'm like I'm not sure if it was real money or like what was going on. Like it was super crinkled in a weird way, but I'm like, Mister, and I give it back to him because they're like, if it was a $5 bill.
Mister, you dropped something.
You dropped something, Mister, here. And so I don't know. Is it my own prejudice that I was in a shitty part of town and I assumed that the guy had fake money on him? Yes. But also I did something good because I either gave him back his
real
money or his scamming money.
Maybe he like fell somewhere and that's why his suit was dirty. So everything in his pockets were all fucked up. Maybe he fell into like the lake.
Lost his keys to his car. Had to get on a bus. Had to use his pocket money.
I guess.
Dude, bro. Okay. All right. Dude, whatever. Okay. So then that story's over. But the next thing that happened to me in real life directly after that was I walk the corner. I go to the front entrance of Mount Sinai and two dudes get in front of my way. And they're entering the hospital first whilst carrying a guy, shoulder and leg. One guy has his shoulders, one guy has his legs, just passed out, dead. Who knows? I don't know.
Wow.
Like fucked up, like unconscious, bro.
Was he like bleeding?
I didn't see any injuries. I heard so they get inside the two conscious people and one less conscious person, and they're over on one side of the lobby and I'm on the other side trying to like get the attention of like somebody who works there to deliver some fucking Chipotle for some person.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just like holding the bag of Chipotle like there's maybe a dead guy over there. And so apparently he like fell off a truck and hit his head.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't know. Or something else. Fell off a truck, hit his head.
Maybe he got hit by the car.
I don't know. I really hope that guy's okay. He didn't like, other than the fact that he was like completely unconscious, like I didn't see any blood or anything.
Some guy had a seizure at the shop the other day.
Yeah, dude. Is that guy okay?
I think so. I mean, the ambulance came and they didn't like drive away. They just kind of helped him because people can't afford ambulances. So they'll just like stay there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just all working and then boom. Sorry, I scared you.
I wasn't looking.
And yeah, and he was like, and it was behind the counter. So I was just like, what? And then I just see everybody crawling around, or like crowding around him. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I like peer over the counter and he's like,
and somebody hit him with the hand buzzer.
That wasn't actually gum, bro. My bad.
Oh, no.
So bogus. No, but he was fine.
Good. Yeah. Good. crazy shit.
I've never seen a seizure before, and then I realized, oh wow, I don't know what to do in this situation. So luckily somebody
Milk.
May need some milk, but hopefully, luckily somebody who was sitting in the lobby waiting to get tattooed knew what to do in an epilepsy episode, and I was just like, oh, thank God. I guess she was a nurse.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what are the fucking odds? Because all how many of us were there? 4 people.
A bunch of tattoo people and people waiting to get tattoos.
Yeah, none of us knew what the fuck to do because we're fucking idiots apparently.
Yeah. There was this kid, and we have about 10 minutes left, so we will get back to Color Out of Space to wrap things up. But there was this kid in like 3rd grade had a seizure in gym class, but I think there's a spectrum of seizure badness, you know?
Okay.
So he kind of it was like this jittery kind of like he didn't fall flat on his back and start just going.
He was having like a baby seizure, kind of.
Yeah, baby seizure.
I don't know what it's.
Baby seizure.
Baby seizure.
So, well, I love that aside, and honestly, I
love baby seizure.
I think that we kind of covered this. We did what we did with Mandy. We covered the setup. Mm-hmm. There was a meteor. Things start happening to this family. You should really go watch the film to see exactly what else happens. But just know that it's great performances, some pretty cool special effects. Yeah. There's some moments where, honestly, it was weird. I feel like if this budget had 5 or 10 more million, the special effects would have been even better. But there's a lot of cool, what it would seem to be practical effects.
Yeah. I think what they couldn't do with the digital effects, they did the Jurassic Park thing where they shadowed a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
To kind of make it less apparent about how not amazing it was. But
Sure.
it's not bad at
all. No, not at all. And honestly, I think everything looks super good. The only thing, I feel like the actual color, because there's a lot of weird monster type stuff that happens in this film, but then there's also the color, right? That pinkish magenta color that comes in and out of the film. And sometimes that looked a little strange to me. You know, I'm here to review the film. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes that looked a little strange to me. But all of the fun stuff of this film, the gore,
and there are practical effects, and the practical effects look pretty good.
Really good. Yeah. So yeah, we obviously I think we both suggest this. We recommend this movie.
Totally.
Good.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. And this one I didn't really know about until a little bit after it came out. I happened to be on a job before COVID started, and there were these 2 dudes I was working with. I heard them talking about a movie, and I jutted in. I'm like, we talking about movies over here? What's going on? And they're like, yeah, blah blah blah, Color Out of Space, Nic Cage. And then I brought up Mandy, and they're like, fun fact, they're both Spectre Vision films, right? That's what it's called. Spectre Vision, which is Elijah Wood's production company, which I think we talked about last episode.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah.
I think you should tell them who directed this movie and the fun fact about that.
What's the guy's name?
Richard Stanley.
Yeah. What was the fun fact? I don't remember.
So Richard Stanley, the last film he tried to direct, was The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we talked about that.
Yeah. I think we talked about it. Julian was, because Julian made us didn't make us, but suggested that we watch The Island of Dr. Moreau a month ago or whatever.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
And that movie is wild.
If we do that and watch the documentary about the making of that movie because it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Richard Stanley got fired like halfway through making The Island of Dr.
He like
Moreau.
went and lived in the woods or some shit.
He just disappeared and was like drinking with the locals. Yeah. And that was like 96. So fast forward 20 years later or whatever.
Dude, it was Marlon Brando's fault. Like, he's a psychopath.
That guy's a fucking twat. Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
20 years later, and lo and behold, Richard Stanley's got it, dog. He made a really cool movie here.
Yeah.
And I wish, I think that there's just such a stigma. Maybe not even stigma, but there's just this aura around Nick Cage in assuming that his movies, I don't know, will be, I don't know, campy or cheesy or just like not.
You can't really do what you did in The Wicker Man and expect to be taken seriously ever again.
But yeah, I know he's done bad movies.
I think he's on the up and come up.
I mean, I think with Mandy and Color Out of Space, it has, obviously not everyone has seen these movies, but like I think this could very much re-legitimize Nick Cage.
Yeah, especially even if it's like a genre specific or just, smaller movies.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's basically, like, I was sort of looking at his IMDb. He's basically only been in small movies. I think he had maybe some Netflix films.
He was in a bunch of shitty action movies for a while.
Right. Apparently he's in a new Crudes movie.
The animated movie about cavemen?
Yeah.
I've never saw any of those.
No, I'm looking, and it's like, dude, in 2017 he did like 4 movies. It's like he does so.
Well, he owes a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
He owes like the IRS a shit ton of money. He bought like a couple islands. He bought like 4 mansions. He has like a T-Rex skull. He built a.
I thought this was Johnny Depp who did all this.
He might have done something similar, but no, Nick Cage. He built like a pyramid-shaped tombstone for himself in New Orleans.
Yeah.
He basically bought a bunch of bullshit. And now he's broke, so he's just like, that's why I think he made all those movies in 2017, like all those shitty ones.
Yeah, 2016, 2017, he did some stinkers.
He was just like, here, let me just get this paycheck for just appearing on set, basically.
This I think was only released as news pretty recently. We're recording this like mid-September. He is going to be Joe Exotic in a Joe Exotic.
Yeah, that's what
series.
Somebody told me today.
Yeah, I mean it's straight up.
And Carol Baskins is on fucking Dancing with the Stars. This shit's crazy.
What?
Yeah, you don't want to lose if you're dancing with her.
I don't want to. Oh, you don't. Yeah, because she'll kill you. Yeah. TV miniseries. It's in pre-production. Untitled Joe.
Oh, it's
Exotic
a miniseries.
project.
I thought it was gonna be a movie. No, a miniseries will be dope. Do you know who's playing the boyfriend without the teeth?
I'm checking the cast right now. Nick Cage is the only actor tied to the film, at least in terms of looking at the IMDb page.
Damn, I can't wait to see who's in that shit.
It should be Dave Bautista. Should play the no teeth guy.
He's too big.
Yeah, but I feel
It'll be
like
funny.
he looks like that guy, just bigger or small, whichever way you're looking at it.
Yeah.
And then the one who kills himself should be, that guy, he's in 30 Rock. He's sort of like flamboyant, blonde hair.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, I don't know his name.
Hold on. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of gay.
Yeah.
What's his name, dude? Hold on. Jack McBrayer. This guy. Let me pull it up for the. This guy should definitely be the dude who kills himself.
Oh,
and I know that
I think he's too old.
Yeah, he might be too old.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think Woody Harrelson should be the guy with no legs.
Woody? Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. That guy is awesome.
Yeah, I liked him.
That's the guy who's like, I don't even give a shit about what the fuck's going on here. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
good.
It's gonna be really good.
I'm excited.
You know what? I don't even want. It doesn't even need to be like a docu-series. Like, I want it to be
like
a show based on.
Yeah. I don't care if they add shit that didn't happen, which is like, what do you need to add? So much crazy shit already happened for real that you don't need to make anything up.
Right. Well, and the fact that it's a miniseries leads me to believe that it's going to be sort of retelling the events, but obviously in a
narrative
fashion. Right. But yeah, dog. So Nick Cage, I think, might be coming back. And if you don't like Nick Cage, I hope...
Then you can suck my butt.
You can suck on my butt. But I hope that the two of us talking about these two movies today might spark an interest in Nick Cage. And then also, like, I'm curious to see what other movies Spectre Vision, Elijah Wood's production company, has.
Let's try to watch more down the road and talk about them.
I'm down. I'm down.
And also, feel free to leave suggestions for what you want us to see and talk about.
Yes, you could do that. Go ahead, folks. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Double Screecher. If you found us here on Facebook, you found the right spot. We are at facebook.com/DBL Screecher. You can
comment it or like post Facebook message, whatever.
Exactly. You can send us an email at doublescreecher@gmail.com. The email is specifically one thing that helps us is if you want to get on our live streams. Once a week we watch one of the two films that we do. It's a good way to kind of hang out with us, watch a movie, and honestly, like, they're pretty cool movies. They're movies that like we're paying for. Or, I mean, sometimes we're on Netflix, but like, you know, we're going at length to find cool movies to watch for the show.
And you can join in and watch it for free.
For free!
You just need a Zoom.
Yeah, yep. All you need is a Zoom account and your permission to have us put you on YouTube, because we do chop those up as reaction reels for the YouTube, which I think... I don't have our YouTube link handy, but if you just type in Double Screecher on YouTube, you can watch reruns of all of our live streams. You can watch our reaction reels, and the audio is up there from the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're telling you is we're out there.
We're trying.
We're trying hard.
Doing a bunch of shit.
For you.
For you.
The audience. So we love you.
Fucking kick it with us. And
yeah.
All that.
But until then, we will see you on the Flippy Flappy.
Yeah, see you later, losers.